Got about 3 minutes.
Do you want to get a chair for him, or he's going to do it?
Sure. I'm sorry. Sure. You sure? Yeah. Well,
yeah. There you go. Right there. Bring the sauce, man. Hey, what's good?
It's good. It's good. Oh, I got the...
Yeah, all that. Okay, there we go. I went to Phoenix about a week or so ago with my girl for her birthday. Yeah, I went to Phoenix.
Fire.
Living, man. Working, living.
I feel you. Same shit, man. Just straight working. Too. Alright? You alright today? You good?
Great.
I hope me chewing this apple's not annoying.
I'm tripping, bro. It's all good, bro. Whatever you want, just be you.
Oh,
Hey, yes, sir.
go to your Facebook page
Yeah.
and unprivate the stream.
Here we go.
Go to your Facebook page and unprivate. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Welcome back to another episode of Normal Guys Talk Sports. This is episode 37. 37, yes,
37 episodes.
Yes,
Jesus.
sir. Yes, sir. And right now it is 2 p.m. Texas time. This is April 19th on a Wednesday, and we have special guests in the middle. We have
Special guest out of nowhere. 2-3.
Mr. 23 Cups.
Oh no, we gotta give him a better intro.
Better intro.
We gotta give him a better intro.
He's
Artist,
there. You go.
weed enthusiast, ultra hype man.
You did.
What else? Entrepreneur. He got his own pillow.
You did.
It's 2-3, 23 cups.
Thank y'all.
Mr. 2-3 in the building. He was ringing on the doorbell about not even 5 minutes before we started. So I answered the door and I was like, 23 might as well be on the show. You ain't doing nothing? Come on. So, 23 has his own podcast here at the studio. It's called The Smoke Detector. Check it out. He reviews a lot of items, and he has friends in the community as far as the smoke shops and all that. So he promotes and puts on for his peoples, and like I said, reviews different items out of that, and so on and so forth. Am I right?
That's right, man.
There you go.
You know, D8, D9, D10, D12, all of them. You know what I mean?
All that.
No Eminem, but we get how we review things. So make sure y'all check that out. Shout out to the Normal Guys Talk Sports.
Hey, shout out to 23. Always a good time when 23's around, for sure.
You feel me?
Always a good time.
Appreciate that.
So starting out, and big part I wanted 23 on the show, and we just got information. Never Satisfied. Shout out to everybody. Never Satisfied. Shout out to everybody. CORR all the way down. And of course, we're talking about the one and only Miss Lardy B. She has a festival coming up, 23 plays a big part in that. We have all kind of big names. So if you want to kind of expand on that a little bit more about Lardy, about what's it called? Yeah, Lardy Land.
Lardy
on,
Land.
It's going to be at Southside Music Hall,
May 13th.
May 13th, and
I got you.
okay, bet, check you out.
Yeah, man. What's good, man? Y'all know what it is. She know what it is. Please know what it is, man. Never Satisfied presents Lardy Land. It's gonna be at Southside Music Hall, May 13th. So make sure y'all pull on up. We're gonna have Lardy B headline, of course. We're gonna have Riff Raff. We're gonna have Lil Earl. We're gonna have The Road Music. You know what I mean?
Big names.
You feel me? We're gonna have me. You feel me? I'm gonna be there. 2-3. We're gonna have Molly Water, Javon. Who else we gonna have in that bitch?
Shout out to Chromatic.
Chromatic. You feel me? He gonna
Chromatic.
Never Satisfied, Triple OG right there.
You know what I mean?
Chromatic.
It's a few more big people on there too. They gonna be there. They gonna pop out. So it's gonna be fun, man. We're gonna have vendors, food, games, tattoos. You can ride a bull. You can cotton candy, all that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, at least 10 artists on the lineup. But yeah, a lot of big names, a lot of Dallas talent, a lot of dope artists for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
It's gonna be a great day in the world of Never Satisfied for sure. So come on through. More information to come out, but tickets are now available.
Yeah. Tickets are now available.
Oh yeah, at thereallardyb.com. Check it out.
TheRealLardyB.com.
Yeah, so shout out to Lardy. She is the dopest. She's one of the most hardest working people you'll ever meet. Always cooking up something. Shout out to Lardy. Shout out to Lardy for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you forever for sure. You're the shit, Lardy.
Interesting fact.
So
Radio went to Lardy, the first Lardy Land, and then
That's where they met.
that's what they meant. Huh?
exactly.
That's
First
crazy
legend.
how that all comes full circle.
What year was this?
I think that what at 2020.
2020.
It's about 3. Okay, check it out. Little NS history right there, boys and girls.
Cats and dogs, birds and squirrels.
So that's that. So in the world of sports, any other than that, any current events before we dig into basketball and football?
Only thing I can think of is
oh yeah,
Garcia versus Davis.
That's the next. Yeah, you'll cover that.
That is this Saturday.
This
the 22nd.
yes, that is
the whole purse.
Yes, they did.
yes,
so this is the
yes.
20. What is it? 23rd, 22nd? What is this?
22nd. It's
yeah,
this
the 22nd.
Saturday, Las
Saturdays.
Vegas.
Goodness. Yeah, they were talking live. They're talking crazy to each other. They bet the whole person against each other. Yo,
Who's gonna win?
I gotta go be more, man. How you
How you gonna go against Tank, man?
I gotta go be more. I can't go against that. I can't go against.
But I will say this is the biggest fight for both of them in their careers. This is like the best competition either one of them have faced. But I mean that's
How much is
a little
that?
bit much. But
How much is that
Yeah.
payday? What's the
It looks a little
paydays?
movie to me.
you said what?
It looks very movie, you know.
I mean a lot of boxing, UFC, wrestling. It's all there's the action of it, and even football and basketball. There's the action of it, and then there's the storyline and the
Yeah.
build up.
This has been building up for about 4 years.
Boxing, MMA, all that. The crap talk before the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the promo.
The stuff, yeah, the promos, exactly. The smack talk before everything goes down. That's half of it. That's half of boxing.
That's how
half of
that's how they
it.
promote the fights.
That's how they promote the fights.
I'm gonna go with Davis too.
You know, I the only way I see Garcia winning is
On some like luck, not no lucky shit, but like he got to get it at the right time.
if he can endure a little bit longer than Tank can.
There you go.
That's the only way I can really see him winning this fight.
Me too. You know, I agree.
But otherwise,
There's too much energy behind Davis, man.
I feel like Davis is gonna come away with the victory.
Yeah, he gonna at least knock him down one.
Shout out to Drunk in the building.
Shout out to Drunk. Oh,
he said, "Like the beam."
Like the beam. Check it out. You see it. No, he's probably he's number one in the power rankings of Normal Guys Talk Sports as far as engaged fans.
He got Ryan
Episode to
Garcia
episode.
with a huge upset. Oh Lord, I don't know.
Yeah, here we go.
If that does happen, you know they're gonna rematch.
Yeah,
They have to.
but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Say less. I agree.
I see this ending in knockout. I give him about 7-8 rounds.
7-8.
Yeah,
I get about 5-6
you know.
or 2-3.
But yeah, shout out to Tank, shout out to Garcia, shout out to like the whole boxing world in general for giving us like actually entertaining matchup. Because usually a lot of boxing matches, somebody's either like washed up or somebody's not in their prime yet. Like both of them are in their prime and like undefeated. So shout out to Ryan Garcia and Tank for putting all that shit on the line. What's the purse?
Dre, I was looking that up. The foreigners rejected. Davis gets 1.5 million guaranteed, and Garcia gets 350,000 with a 60-40 pay-per-view split. The latter is projecting 1 million.
So the whole purse is you gotta pay a little bit. So 350.
1.5.
The latter is projecting 1,500,000 with a 70-30 PPT split, respectively.
You gonna give it up?
Dang, that's wild. That's wild. But when it comes to boxing, fine, right? Confidence, right?
Right.
Some say that when they had that live interaction, if you paid attention to it, I don't know if we pull that up. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. Maybe, right? Maybe, right? Yeah. And then they said Garcia didn't sound confident betting the purse.
I mean, that's a lot of money, bro.
All in, bro. All in. Like I said, you can lose to get paid 60, right?
It's something
you can lose to buy a house, you can
lose and buy a hella shit.
Right. All that, cars, jewelry, all that, right? All that.
No, you lose, you still rich.
You're still rich, right?
You still rich.
Got 6 figures in the bank. Dang.
For an hour of work.
So how many man hours in the preparation?
Yeah.
To be
that part is
to be overall 90-something and to be able to box in front of everybody and all that.
Because everybody gonna say you got your ass whooped forever.
Come on, right? Taking the L, that's never fun. Taking the L, come on.
The memes, the Twitter,
all that.
The TikToks are about to go crazy.
I mean, I don't think you can really meme these two guys up though.
So we got distance. So what are we talking? We got distance.
Garcia.
Does it end early or what are we talking about? Does it go the distance or does it end early? There we go. That's because
I think it'll go somewhat of a distance, but somebody's getting knocked out.
Someone's getting knocked out.
Or not
how much? What are they? The 130s? What are they?
130.
130.
So
may the best man win. That's fights are always exciting, whether it be boxing or UFC, et cetera, et cetera. But no, shout out to both fighters and may the best man win.
Let's go be more. Let's go Baltimore. You feel me?
Davis, what's up? We're gonna knock him down.
So, yeah, I'm going with be more. I'm going with be more based on what I'm seeing. Going with be more.
All right, you ready to get into some of this NBA?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's start from a week ago up until now. We'll catch everybody up on the latest games as far as the play-in, the result of the play-ins, and game 1 and game 2s of all the.
So I think we missed 2 games on the play-in last week.
Yeah. So today is the 19th, and when was the last episode? Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So today is the April 19th, Wednesday. So last week was on Wednesday, April 12th. We had 2 play-in games. We had the Chicago Bulls defeating the Toronto Raptors 109-105, and then that was for 9th place. And then the Thunder beat the Pelicans 123-118. So both road teams got the win there. So next day is Thursday. Okay.
Who gonna win the ship?
Great question.
Shout out to Drunk again. Said the playoffs been lit.
I think the Celtics are coming out the East, especially if Giannis is dealing with injury. That's I'm gonna call that early. Celtics coming out the East.
I could go with Celtics out of the East.
So, and the West is to be determined.
I'd like to see a new team kind of come out the East though.
I want to see a new team come out the West. All right, so and then
of course you do.
Of course, and then April 14th on Friday we had the conclusion of the play-in tournament. We had the Chicago Bulls on the road visiting the Miami Heat for the 8th seed in the East. We have the Miami Heat with the W 102-91.
Big story behind this game. DeMar DeRozan's daughter.
Yeah, correct. That was a lot of fun. No, no, the
screamed
game
down
before.
every
That
free
was,
throw.
that was the game before. That was in
the game
Toronto.
before. Oh, I'm tripping. You're right.
Yeah, I was in Toronto. So DeRozan, former Toronto Raptor,
Yeah.
and he got that win wearing a Chicago Bulls uniform.
I said that actually kind of factored into the game.
I believe so. That's a distraction. You got someone screaming and stuff, and this and that, and you know these players are close enough; they can hear what you're saying, especially if you're saying some derogatory, insulting things. You know, but people should be respectful of the game, but we know some fans are not, and will say whatever they want to say.
Yeah, they paid for their ticket.
They absolutely did.
Correct.
You feel me?
All right, so and then in
Whoa, did you see Westbrook walking to the motherfucking the thing about to knock out the
We about to get to that.
We were going to get into that. That is coming up. That's prime Westbrook.
you good. You
That's
good.
top 75 player. That game is. We're about to bring that up for sure.
Whoopsie.
And then
you
we
good.
have and then we had the Oklahoma City Thunder visiting the Timberwolves. Timberwolves with the win and securing the 8th seed in the Western Conference, and they won the game 120-95 with and then Rudy Gobert.
Was he back?
from? He came back from a suspension.
He,
So
obviously,
he played in that game.
He played well on
He played-
defense.
they-
Obviously,
they
need him on defense.
They put up some numbers. If you want to check out that little box score real quick, I feel that they match up to the Nuggets, but they're about to get their buzz handed to them by the Nuggets for sure. So Rudy Gobert, 33 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns, 29 minutes. So they both played heavy minutes. Gobert, 21 points. Towns, 28 points. They both Gobert 10 rebounds, Towns 11 rebounds.
Whew.
So I mean, it's against the
That's tough.
it's against the young squad of Oklahoma City Thunder, but nonetheless they did that in an NBA game and they secured the game and they moved on.
How do you
onto
win
the
against
playoffs.
that?
What do you mean?
That many guys able to get that many rebounds.
Right. So that's again they played big and that was their vision when they put this team together. Two 7-footers, Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. So it's an interesting dynamic when the game is led to a lot of smaller guys being on the court, but they've went to the formula of yesteryear of the 80s, 90s, etc.
I miss
with
them
two
days.
bigs, correct, with two big men in down there, power forward and center. So good luck to the Timberwolves the rest of the way, but it's not looking too good.
for the T-Wolves.
For the T-Wolves, correct. And then moving on, we have on Saturday, April 15th, we had 4 game ones in the playoffs. So the playoffs officially start on the April 15th. We have the first game was the Brooklyn Nets visiting the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers with the win, 121-101.
James Harden,
James Harden, what did he do?
Joel Embiid, and James Harden.
Joe Embiid. Yeah, so what did they do? So Joe Embiid, 26 points. James Harden, 23 points. Tobias Harris, 21 points. Good team win. And, the Sixers win that in 5. I don't, respectfully, the Nets are... Next got a lot of good pieces, young pieces moving forward, but this year is not their year. Far
I would
from it.
agree.
This is a post Kyrie and Kevin Durant team, which they traded both those guys at the deadline. Friendly reminder. So next,
But Mikal Bridges, man.
Again, Mikal Bridges plays hard out, and
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of potential there, though.
a lot of potential moving forward. But and then the next game, we had game 1. We had the Atlanta Hawks visiting the Boston Celtics. The Celtics with the win, 112-99. Both teams play hard, but again, this is another series. The Celtics outmatched the Hawks. The Hawks, they won the play-in to get there, but the Celtics were in the finals last year, and they have a strong chance of going back to the finals this year. And next game, we had which should be an entertaining series. We have the 5th seed New York Knicks visiting the 4th seed Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks with the road win, 101-97. And you have
Jalen Brunson, 27 points.
former Dallas Maverick with a big game, of course.
Why is this just?
And then
What's the
and
term
Dallas,
called?
Texas native Julius Randle. He's from Dallas.
What is that term called? Is it ironic that Jalen Brunson goes to New York and They're winning playoff
Irony,
games.
right, winning playoff games, and the Knicks are better than the Nets.
And the Knicks are better than the Nets.
And the Knicks owner called that when all that got put together, he didn't want to sign Durant and Kyrie. And
We talked about this game last week. We said who's going to win, better team versus better player. Got Donovan Mitchell on the court, 38 points, 44 minutes, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Obviously, New York has the better team, and they eke out the win.
it's going 7. It's going 7.
I could see that.
It's going 7. Yeah, I see it. It's going
The
7.
next game, I know you're ready to talk about it, Ed.
So we have game 1 of the Golden State Warriors visiting the Sacramento Kings. The Kings with the win, 126 to 123. The spread was 1. Both, again, the distance between San Francisco and Sacramento is like 90 miles.
De'Aaron Fox is looking like a scoring machine out there, looking like Iverson.
He great comparison, appreciate it. They introduced a new award this year. It's called Clutch, the Clutch Award, and the most points in the clutch, and he won that. So they just premiered that award. So he just won that, and Mike Brown won Coach of the Year officially. So
Congrats.
thank you, sir, no doubt. And then so
Malik Monk putting up 32.
Yeah, so this was De'Aaron Fox's playoff debut game, and along with Malik Monk's playoff debut game. So Fox had 38 points, Malik Monk had 32 points. So combined, they had 70 points in their playoff debut. And these guys are BFFs and college teammates. And Malik Monk left LeBron James and the Lakers last year in free agency to play with the Kings and De'Aaron Fox.
You about to say something?
Oh yeah, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you say so these two teams are 90 miles away from each other?
If you're not familiar with California, which I'm from, of course, you being a Texas native, San Francisco and Sacramento is about 90 miles apart. Yeah. So there's a rivalry, of course. Again, both being, it's just like a Dallas Houston thing. It's similar, right? It's similar. Of course. The San Francisco market is bigger. It's top 10 in sports market. I'm real big on that. Like I said, New York is 1, LA is 2, Dallas is like 5th, and then like San Francisco is like top 10. It's like 8, 9, or 10 or so, and Sacramento's 20th. So Sacramento's like smaller, and then it's the capital, but San Francisco is bigger, and then
The weed is there.
well, the weed's everywhere in California.
But there is the weed.
Yeah.
The weed.
The weed. That's where the weed is.
Yeah, correct. California.
They got the yay.
Yes,
okay,
yes. So we'll go on these days for sure.
Yeah, shout out to your team though. I
Appreciate
seen
it,
big
sir.
Things. Last time I heard about them was Chris Webber.
Right. So it's been 16 seasons since the Kings last made the playoffs. This is why it's such a big deal.
With Chris
Yeah.
Webber.
For sure. At least they scored 123 points though. Too bad Golden State, man. Hope next time.
Thank you.
Y'all
Thank you,
should've
sir.
smoked the
Note that.
weed.
There you go. Check it out. So the Kings with that win. So the next day we have 4 more games on Sunday. So 4 more game 1s. We have the Los Angeles Lakers beating the Memphis Grizzlies on the road.
Now, this is the moment everybody's talking about here.
Of course.
This is when a fan called Westbrook Westbrick.
Okay, we'll get there. All right, that's what he said. Okay,
Yeah,
but
Suns at Clippers.
that's what he said.
I mean,
Dang,
Clippers
that's
at
never
Suns.
fun. That's never fun. Well, we're about to get to that for sure.
I think Westbrook is my favorite player because of shit like that.
No doubt. We're about to dive all the way in. That's the third game of the day. But we got the Lakers visiting the Memphis Grizzlies.
It's
the Lakers,
one other comment here for you, Ed.
But the Lakers with
Why
the
y'all
win.
kick E40 out the game?
Tell me when to go. Tell me when to
Bruh.
go.
Tell me when to go.
California legend, Bay Area legend, Northern California legend from Vallejo. So Vallejo is
Vallejo.
Mac Dre's also
Vallejo.
from Vallejo. Vallejo is about the halfway mark between San Francisco and Sacramento. The Bay Area covers a lot of ground. Again, primary San Francisco and Oakland. Sacramento is not the Bay Area, respectfully. It's the capital. It's Sacramento. It's its own. We're family members. We're brothers. We're cousins. But we are different sides of the spectrum.
No, I get it.
For sure. And then what's going on here?
I love seeing Westbrook have clutch moments.
So the fan called him Westbrook, man?
So we have the Lakers with the win. 128 to the Grizzlies, 112. We have Roy Hachimura. He came from the trade midseason from the Wizards. He had 29 points. And Jaren Jackson, the leading scorer on the Grizzlies with 31 points, and he won Defensive Player of the Year. And John Morant potentially hurt his hand or wrist, bad fall. So his status moving forward is questionable. The Memphis Grizzlies has been fun, but they're still young and developing. Of course, they had the off the court stuff. I predict early that LeBron James and company will wrap up this series. I trust LeBron James in 2023 more than I trust John Morant.
I mean, I think that's a pretty easy statement to make.
Right. So can you imagine
everything considered?
Everything considered, and John Morant beats LeBron James? I don't see that storyline playing
And
out.
Anthony Davis.
And if you do that, then the Lakers
They smoking the weed.
They need to move around.
they got to figure it all out. But I think the Lakers could, as long as again, we want everybody to play hard and be healthy and all that stuff.
And actually, one thing I will say about the Lakers, man, shout out to like Austin Reeves having a really good season
He
unexpectedly.
did too. I don't know if he was undrafted. They
He's
call him
undrafted. He was,
Barnyard
I think G League.
G League, all that. Yep, sure.
Brought
was.
him up from the G League.
What's Drunk talking about? What is he saying? What are you saying? What's his?
He's drunk says, "I love seeing Westbrook have clutch moments."
Check you out. Okay, we about to dive in Westbrook all the way though. Shout out to both teams, but I think the Grizzlies still got 5 years to be. The Grizzlies got 5 years to still be on top of the West, but the Lakers' window is way shorter. So I think there's more of a sense of urgency coming from the Lakers side.
You know what's crazy? Memphis got their team from Vancouver.
Correct.
And
Impressive trivia knowledge.
And Los
Respect.
Angeles got their team from Minnesota.
Respect. That's big facts. Yeah, relocation. It happens. I got another one for you. The Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs were originally in Dallas, and then they became the San Antonio Spurs. And the Mavericks were an expansion team in Dallas. So the Spurs, whatever they were before, they used to be in Dallas. Then they went to San Antonio. Then Dallas got a team.
Drunk says Grizzlies seem so inexperienced.
Right, and maturity, all that stuff. That's all like Jaren Jackson. Like you can't. The young guys can't be the sole leaders of the team. Who's the vets on the team? You got the young legs, young bucks leading the way. You need some vets. You need some grown men. At least a 30-year-old.
Need
on that
some
roster.
leaders.
Yeah, at least a 30-year-old or two on that roster. Everybody under 25 and clubbing and all this. And Instagramming and guns and all this, and malls and fights and all this. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You
Can't be doing that in the NBA.
All that is not a part of the solution to beating LeBron James and the Lakers in the first round of the playoffs. So more on them in a moment. Next game we have the Miami Heat visiting the Milwaukee Bucks. The Heat with the upset 8-1 matchup.
I saw this. Jimmy Butler.
So Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, 35 points, and Middleton
playing his heart
on
out.
the Bucks, 33 points. Giannis got hurt. He took a big fall. So John Morant hurt his wrist. Or hand or wrist, get well soon. Hopefully it's not too serious. And then Giannis hurt his back
in the first quarter.
Right, and get well soon. And hopefully it's not too serious with Giannis.
I thought he hurt his shit at the gun range.
He might have. He might have.
So yeah, if there's no Giannis, Milwaukee can pull this out. And
You mean if there's no Giannis, that he can pull us out?
Yeah, if there's no Giannis, the Heat can pull it out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they won this game. Hopefully that's not the case. But again, it's hopefully it wasn't too bad. But is it going to be 100% game 2, or is it going to sit it out? Or we don't even know yet. I don't know the extent of the injury, but it was enough where he got taken out the game. So that's never fun, but get well soon to Giannis as well.
I think at this point, though,
former Finals MVP won the chip 2 years ago, and number 1 seed and a lot favorite out the East. But if Giannis is not 100%, I'm picking the Celtics come out the East. If Giannis 100%, then it's between those two teams. So That's that. Next game, we've referenced this a little bit by now. We got the Los Angeles Clippers at the 5th seed visiting the Phoenix Suns at the 4th seed. The Clippers with the road win 115 to the Suns 110. Kawhi Leonard 38 points. Kevin Durant 27 points. Westbrook had close to a triple double. He didn't have it, and he had a fan confrontation at halftime. You want to elaborate?
We let you three.
Okay, but shit, you know, I was up. I seen that on Instagram. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Because you know, everybody in the comments was like, dang, he in the living room, I'm finna beat somebody up. I already knew that.
He in the living room.
I don't know how
He sit on the couch. I'm like, where is it? Yeah,
He had his shirt all wrapped up. He walked in there with the little
My man came out that half shirt.
bruh.
kids eating pizza. He walked up to him. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Bro.
Watch your mouth.
Whoa.
It was some kids in there.
Yes.
He called him Westbrick.
Yeah,
There's a
but
little
again,
boy right
don't
here
play
next to him, eating pizza.
I believe it. I believe it. Don't play with don't
man
play,
do not
don't
like
play
it
with a
called
man's
Westbrook.
reputation. Don't play with a man's name. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna call somebody your nicknames, if approved, but that is the nickname that he doesn't approve, and he's spoke on that multiple times. Like we could be good fans, and we could be root against for our teams against the other teams, but no need to disrespect the man's name.
How did he find
That triggers him. That triggers him. He heard. I don't know.
He heard it and just went over.
What his drug said? What is it? What is it?
I'll be hating on him sometimes, but Max Stress might be different. And this comment is more so relative to this game. Playoff Kawhi. Hold up, I gotta go to his next comment. He said that backstage looked like a WWE scene.
Come on. Like I said, it's elements of it. Like legit. Like yo. Like they.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
Yo. Like when they come to the games and they do a little fashion show. Like everything there is storyline elements, and after it they have the press conference and what have you. It's a lot of narratives, a lot of storylines. Come on, he pulled up on him in front of his family, man. Oh my goodness.
Y'all remember the first time Westbrook?
That's why you don't.
Well,
that's why you don't disrespect nobody. That's why you don't.
This is what I heard, that in Phoenix, the away locker room goes through like one of the private sections. So the players have to walk through there to get back to the court.
So he's right there.
So as he's walking back to the court, you hear a random Westbrook coming from a Phoenix fan, and he was like, "Wait, hold up!" You know what I'm saying? He went over there and addressed it.
He said he gonna do a walk down on him. He ain't
But he definitely went full The Rock, jabroni. All that.
So Westbrook had 9 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. So almost,
decent game.
Again, decent, above average game.
Watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth. And then
Kawhi Leonard, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 38 points,
42 minutes
5
on the
rebounds, 5 assists, 42 minutes. And Kawhi Leonard still top 5 player in the league. Charles Barkley said he said Kawhi Leonard in the past month has arguably been the best player in basketball.
Playoff Kawhi is an absolute monster.
So, and then you got Booker 26, DeAndre Ayton 18, Craig 22, Durant 27, Chris Paul 7 points,
no points off the bench.
That's still solid.
No points
and
off the
11
bench.
rebounds. Chris Paul's 3 points away from a triple double himself. So
Chris Paul rebound king. I want to say he's close
not
to
more than Westbrook.
Chris Brown.
they're pretty close.
No, so that was that game, and then the next game we have to wrap up the Sunday 4-game matchups. We had the Minnesota Timberwolves fresh off their play-in tournament win, visiting the Denver Nuggets, first seed, and you have the Nuggets with the win 109 to the Timberwolves 80. So it's starting to look, it might get ugly in a hurry for the Timberwolves. I feel they have the personnel to match up on Jokic, but Jokic is the defending back-to-back MVP, so he's gonna play big.
I mean, looking at the box score,
Timberwolves ain't had nobody since Kevin Garnett.
Looking at the box score, it looks like they definitely need Ja Morant. Nobody over 20 points on
Nobody
the
over
Timberwolves.
20 points.
So Gobert. So this
Gobert's
game,
obviously
Gobert
playing
8
defense.
points. Karl Anthony Towns 11 points.
Right.
But look at Jokic's defense on them. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
Anthony Edwards 18 points. Yikes. So yeah, I see the Nuggets moving on from that matchup. Realistically, 5 games.
I could
6
see
games. Yeah, realistically, they didn't get the number 1 seed for no reason, But I think Jokic plays a big part in that. You take Jokic off of it, then they're out the mix.
Suffocating.
So next day we had 2 games. This is April 17th on Monday. We have the Brooklyn Nets visiting the 76ers. The Sixers with the win. They go 2-0 in the series. Philadelphia with the win 96-84. Tyrese Maxey with 33 points. And then game 2 of the Kings and the Warriors. We have the Warriors visiting Sacramento. The Kings with the win 114 to the Warriors 106. Domantas Sabonis 24 points. Stephen Curry 28 points. This is when Draymond Green curb stomped Domantas Sabonis.
And no shortage of drama in these playoffs.
Correct. So
shout out to Nate Passion in the
shout out to
building.
Nate Passion. So yeah, I mean, of course, I watched the game. This was Monday night. This is so let's get all the stats out there. This is the first time Steph Curry led Warriors team has been down 0-2 in a playoff series. And then we had all
Was
this.
Draymond ejected?
Draymond was ejected, and he's suspended for Game 3. And he what did I say? Sternum contusion. What the hell is
But
that?
this one thing I say, I
He
saw.
did- you
I
see he
saw.
stomped? Did you
I
see
saw,
that? Did you
but
see
I
what
saw
Draymond
it,
Green-
but
Come on.
I could be wrong, Ed. I saw it, but it also looks just like a little bit of a sell job, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no
You
grown
don't
man
get a
stumbling you.
sternum contusion. You don't make that up. Sternum contusion.
I ain't saying he made it up, but it looked a little bit sold. It looked a little.
A little fake.
No, it wasn't. You don't fake this, bro. You don't fake this. They've been okay. Draymond Green gets away with all kind of stuff. He's arguably one of the most dirtiest players. He gets away with a lot because he's on the Warriors and he's Steph Curry's teammate and all this. And then again, he gets away with a lot of stuff. And he'd been beating up on Sabonis all game. And then Sabonis grabbed him because there was times. All right, here you go. So he gets that, he grabs him, and he stomps on it like that. He got a contusion. Somebody got jumped in Draymond's face, and then he goes to the crowd, and the commissioner's there. By the way, you got 50 Cent at this game, you got Floyd Mayweather, and you had Adam Silver at this game. And you had and then Draymond Green's getting into it with fans. You got he flipping off
Here's a
fans,
replay.
flipping off him.
Boom.
Yeah, right here. And then,
Sabonis gets knocked down.
bam! Look at that.
Oh,
Sternum contusion. And he jumped on him like a trampoline. Yeah, I don't think we showed it on the show. But, oh no, we are showing it on the show. Can we show it on the show? We already shown it.
I think it's fine.
We showed it on the show. So
Bro, he's smoking.
right, so that happened, and so Draymond Green got ejected from the game. Kings won Game 2, of course, and then Sabonis is questionable for Game 3. So you have Draymond suspended and Sabonis questionable. And the series goes back to Golden State, which is San Francisco now. It used to be Oakland.
I have no idea who this person is, but in the European basketball, the fans are very crazy. There are none in the NBA. Fans cheer, jump, and light flares, and firecrackers curse.
It's more of an event, in different countries, more, fireworks and more,
Yeah.
passionate fans, if you will. I mean, in the U.S. of A., we could only get away with so much without not going to,
Without going to
without getting
jail.
in trouble. Right. Maybe in Europe, you get away with a little bit more stuff.
You see what Draymond doing on the court in the USA, so in the Europeans, they it's different.
So a lot of, shout out to Sacramento, shout out to the Kings. It's been 16 seasons. The city deserves it. The team deserves it. Right. And it's still Sacramento's still catching heat, still catching strays, and we really got to prove something to shake off all the disrespect from all the fan bases and the.
I mean, like I said, the Kings are definitely the Cinderella team this year in the NBA.
No doubt.
I don't know, how far your team's actually going to go, but, it feels good to watch them win. De'Aaron Fox is definitely a superstar, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like I said, very Iverson-esque in the way that he scores.
Shout out Iverson.
Sean Iverson.
You know, it'll look good if they
Finish the job.
yeah.
2 games down, 2 games to go. So the Kings got to win 2 more games, and if the Warriors want to win the series, they have to win 4 of the next 5, and they're a bad road team. Sacramento just needs to win Sacramento. Golden State needs to win a game on the road still. So
Watch a video on YouTube that Kevin Durant was at the game in Greece and he was in total shock. He posted on Twitter that apocalypse was going on here.
So shout out to both teams, but I love the Kings' chances. Shout out to the Kings. It's going to be a great moment.
They play Thursday, right?
They play Thursday, game 3, and I think the game 4 is probably Saturday or Sunday. And right, it's a lot of fun. Again, it's surreal, but it's long overdue. And again, the city deserves it for sure. The city deserves it. Shout out to Sacramento, the capital of California. So next day, we had 3 games. We had all game 2s. We had Atlanta visiting the Boston Celtics. The
Holding
Celtics
the
with the
L.
win, 119 to Atlanta's 106. Jason Tatum 29 points. DeJounte Murray 29 points. Yeah, the Hawks are just outmatched. So yeah, Celtics in 4 or 5, legit.
Trae Young on another team next year? Yes or no?
Quite possibly. He's going to be the top 5 name in trade talks for sure. He's going to be one of the top names in trade talks for sure. I think, again, if they lose here, then like, hey, this is as good as this team gets. Losing the first round against the Celtics. How do you get better than the Celtics? Because the Celtics are the best team in the East because they just went to the finals and they got the second seed. So
Jason Tatum, boy.
Jason Tatum, again, superstar for sure.
10 rebounds, 6 assists, 29
superstar
points.
Then next game, game 2, we have the New York Knicks visiting the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers with the win, 107 to
I got
the
you.
Knicks 90. We have Darius Garland 32 points and Julius Randle 22 points.
Shout out to Chromatic in the building.
Shout out to Chromatic. Shout out Chrome. We brought up Lardy Land. We shouted you out.
Kings are a championship
He
contender.
called me that. He called me and told me that. Shout out to Chrome. I'm watching the game, right? Chrome FaceTimes me. This is I don't know, game 1, game 2, I don't remember. And then Chrome FaceTimes me. He's like, yo, the Kings are good. He's like, I haven't really seen the Kings like that, but the Kings are I watched every game.
Before you get all happy, I'm gonna pull up his next comment.
Come on.
Oh,
I just hope they don't beat the Lakers.
No, right. He was like, dang, he's like, the Kings could beat the again. He's a LeBron guy before anything, so now he's a Laker guy by default. But Chrome's always been a LeBron guy. I've known Chrome 5+ years now. He's always been a LeBron guy. And then he's a big avid fan, knows his stuff for sure. One of the main people I talk basketball with, and all that. So he called me again, supporting the Kings. So shout out to Chrome, and see you at Lardy Land, sir.
Yep.
May what?
Shout out to Chrome performing live at Lardy Land.
Hey, shout out to 23 making an appearance in the show.
At Lardy
you
Land.
see, you're gonna catch 23 at Lardy Land. You're gonna catch Chromatic at Lardy Land. So appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you, man.
A lot of
That's
positive
how I
energy. 23 is the man.
2-3.
Talk
No.
sports, man. We see y'all, man.
None but love for 23, man, for sure.
Peace. Appreciate y'all for real.
No, appreciate you, bro. See you soon, man.
Always.
No doubt. So Chrome called me speaking about the Kings. He's like, yeah, they could. They are the highest scoring team in the league. They play defense on Steph and them. So shout out Chrome. And then more on that in a moment. But we have, again, I said the Knicks visiting the Cavaliers. Cavaliers with the win. So that series is tied 1-1. And then we have the next game of the night. We have the LA Clippers visiting the Phoenix Suns. The Suns with the win, 123 to the Clippers, 109. Devin Booker, 38 points. Kawhi Leonard, 31 points.
This is the most entertaining series to me.
Yeah, this is. It's a shame that Durant and Kawhi won't be in the second round. Both these teams are arguably contenders, but only one team may advance when you get to the playoffs.
Devin Booker.
I think the winner of this, again, no Paul George. So I would lean towards the Suns winning it because of the roster. I think the starting lineup of the Suns is better, but
Russell Westbrook ain't done yet,
but
man.
The Clippers are deeper, and no,
They are.
the Clippers. I mean,
Suns are deeper.
Westbrook.
Westbrook
He's still got a lot of
going
value
crazy.
in the league, and again, if they get deeper, if they keep that together,
Westbrook
they're
been
still
going
forced to be
crazy
reckoned with
in
next
more
2-3
ways than
years.
one. He
For
has
sure.
been going crazy.
For sure. Yeah. It's just a shame that they're not full strength. That's what sucks.
Random question. You feel there's a little bit of animosity still towards Kevin Durant from Westbrook?
I mean, time goes on, bygones be bygone and all that, whatever, and they dap it up and all that, and it's you shouldn't hold on to grudges forever, I guess, as grown men, but he did.
And not even in the sense like they beefing with each other, but I every time
He
I
left
see
him
them
hanging.
two,
He
every
left him
time
hanging, man.
every time I see them two, I'm always feeling like
He left him hanging.
like Westbrook has something to prove.
What
to
could have been? Those guys were like
Durant.
22 when they went to the finals against the Heat, against LeBron James and the Heat. So that was the only thing in their way.
They are cordial, but there's smoke in the air.
I can dig it.
Westbrook blocked KD shots a few times in this
That
series.
was tough.
It's
Do you see
still-
Westbrook
yeah.
did block Durant like it was a thing to do. He blocked
So,
him. That was nice.
I feel like there's something.
Remember
to
when
prove.
they first played against each other, like the
Oh,
first
yeah.
year or two? There was a
Yeah,
lot
it was
of
a whole bunch of
words
tension.
exchanged.
I wanna say
told
there
his
was some
teammates-
B words
he
and
said-
some
no,
use
he
offs.
he called him a BAN. Yikes, you know what I mean? But
There's a bunch of.
he called him a BAN.
I mean, there's a lot of people saying
But
you're
I
soft,
don't-
you're a B, or, you know what I'm saying. And I think Russell, like I said, I feel like Russell Westbrook is like they probably had like a little brother, big brother relationship, and it's like
I think the interviews
Russell
I've
has
seen
to
that they
beat his
never
big
totally got
brother.
along. In ways, Durant was jealous of Westbrook because they got drafted. Durant got
A year
drafted to the
apart.
Sonics. They're a year apart. Technically, Westbrook got drafted to the Sonics. Then 2-3 months later, they turned into the Thunder.
right.
Relocation, this and that. So, and Durant said in interviews he felt that the home the city, the home, all that, the fan base embraced Westbrook more. Based on and that's out of Durant's mouth. He said and they were different type of cats, because Westbrook, family man early, so he was married early, so he wasn't really all that, and Durant was more on the scene.
Right.
So they didn't really hang out like that. In Oklahoma City, if you've been, there's not too much going on
Not
there.
too much to do.
Not too much going on there other than go to the Thunder game. So shout out to Oklahoma City. But
Drunk says, do you feel Westbrook was holding KD back though?
Westbrook
Obviously, that's
holding
what
KD
that's
back.
what that's what
you
KD
keep that
was
team
thinking.
together. You keep again. What effed it up was losing James Harden.
Right.
So because the next year was James Harden, so you keep everybody else on the team. You keep them three together. You had complementary pieces like a Jeff Green still, had a great career. He's been on like 8 teams by now. Serge Ibaka has been on a few teams. You had those two. You keep those five together. Those were the 5 main pieces. Getting Perkins wasn't it?
I'm
That's
sorry,
what messed
though,
up everything.
It's the NBA, bro. You can't keep that many superstars together for that long.
It's
nearly impossible.
They again, and that's the route Harden chose. He chose self over team because maybe Harden doesn't go to the All-Star team as many times, doesn't get MVP, doesn't get the money if he stays in Oklahoma. He went from number 3 guy to number 1 guy.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, that's really
they
what it was
could have
about
kept
the
him, but
money.
they played around with it. But I'm telling you, if you look back at the history, all that, they could have kept him.
It was about the money, though.
It was
At
about
end
the
of
money,
day.
but they could have kept him. They could have kept him. And again, the Oklahoma City Thunder were the Golden State Warriors before the Golden State Warriors. So all this was constructed before Steph and Clay hit the scene and all that they did and became all-stars and won championships and all that shit. Before that, it was the Thunder. And the Thunder went to the finals
And lost to the Lakers?
Lost to the Heat.
Heat. I'm tripping.
Lost to the Heat. So that's one of the biggest what ifs in basketball is Durant.
If that team stayed
if that
together.
team stays together, for sure.
They would have won a chip though.
They would have won a chip, and that would have been, again, some will argue that one would be more revered than the two in Golden State. So
I mean, looking in hindsight though, KD going to Golden State was the right decision.
he could have won one in Oklahoma if he stays. They still could have won one without Harden because they were starting to put teams. They could have did it, but he went there and yeah, it's
Chromatic says Westbrook and KD couldn't win together, but KD also can't win without a team that's already built that he can just join.
I mean, that's
OKC would have never won a championship. Not against Golden State. I mean, technically,
I think
yeah.
you keep James Harden on the Thunder, they match up. You lose Harden, and then they match up against, because that's what they did. They were up 3-1 against the Warriors and then lost, and then he leaves and goes to them. They almost beat him, and then he leaves to join them. That's why he got so heavily criticized.
Yeah.
If he left anywhere else is one thing, but you leave the defending champs and the team that beat you. Right. So
and then you win at 2 chips.
Right. So yeah. So that sums that up. So today is Wednesday, April 19th. We got 3 games today and 3 games tomorrow. We could give some quick predictions. We got the Lakers in Memphis. We got that's going to be game 2. Depends on John Morant, but I don't think the Grizzlies take this laying down. So I think the Grizzlies win game 2. In my opinion, again, if they lose game 2 at home without John Morant, then the series is definitely over.
Chromatic says Golden State had that shit on lock. Nothing no one could do. LeBron, Barkley got one.
No, Cleveland stopped Golden State, and that's why Durant went to Golden State to beat LeBron. You know, he wanted to stop because Cleveland was gearing up to rack it up, but then Durant goes to the Warriors, then that stops the Cavaliers' trajectory of winning multiple chips because the Cavaliers proved they were going to beat the Warriors because they did it without Durant. That's why Durant goes to the Warriors. So
great times in the NBA.
Great times for sure. Storyline.
So Lakers, Grizzlies. You got Grizzlies pulling this one out.
I don't see them losing 2 at home, and if they do, then they got a lot to figure out because what's winning the 2
I got
seed?
Lakers in this.
I think the Lakers win the series, but Memphis isn't getting swept. That's my point because they lose this game, they mess around and get swept. I don't see if Memphis gets swept. They got some decisions to make.
Is Ja playing? No, Ja is not playing.
Ja is not playing for sure. Then shoot, then the Lakers may pull it off. Shoot, I think Memphis is going to play a lot of heart though, because this is a must win for them. Losing 2 games at home, that sucks.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, exactly. So, and then the next series we have the Heat and the Bucks. The Heat and the Bucks.
Tough one for me to pick.
It just depends on Giannis. If Giannis is out, same circumstance. You know, again, look at all that could change. You got superstars in John Morant, superstar in Giannis. One guy goes out, then it could
Changes the whole
everybody's bracket.
Yep.
Everybody's bracket. So you take these 2 guys out, you could see underdogs of the Lakers, underdogs of the Heat winning their series, which is crazy to see.
And Chrome, we don't know if Ja's out for the whole series, but he's out for this game. So
yeah, that was a bad fall. That was a bad fall for sure. And to sum up,
and Giannis is also
the game of today. We have game 2 of the Timberwolves is in Denver. Unless the Timberwolves figure it out, Denver's going to get this done early.
Them Nuggets gonna win. Them chicken nuggets, boy.
And then tomorrow we have 3 game 3s. Sixers at Nets, Kings at Golden State, and Suns at LA Clippers. If the Nets is going to win a game, it's going to be this one. But I think Philly just outmatches them. No one's stopping.
I got Philly sweeping.
Philly could potentially sweep this. We have game 3, the Kings at Golden State.
You nervous?
What does that mean? We 2-0. We in the driver's seat. We're in the driver's
What I
seat.
mean?
We're in the driver's seat, and Draymond Green is out. If we win this game,
I'm pretty sure
If
the Golden
we
State's
win-
going to put up a fight at home, though.
the Sacramento Kings, of course, they're going to put up a fight, but no Draymond Green. So all the antics out the door, all this and that. But if there's no Sabonis, then it balances out. So, but yeah, Draymond Green deserved to get suspended. The end. You know?
I agree with that.
The end. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does everyone talk about? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of grabbing and dirty play, but all out curb stomping somebody.
Chromatic said, "What are your championship
Sternum
predictions?"
contusion.
It's kind of up in the air. This is very up in the air.
Yeah. Predictions. Yeah. Chrome told me the Kings is championship again. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. I think the winner of the Suns and the Clippers series has a chance to go all the way
In the West.
in the West.
And in the East, you got Celtics.
And the Celtics. And I think the Kings, the Kings. Again, I said in the beginning, the Kings have the talent to make it to the Western Conference Finals. The Kings have the talent to make the Western Conference Finals.
And then you feel like the Kings. You feel like the Kings could.
I'm not picking. I will not pick against my
Clippers.
team on this show.
Clippers or Suns. You feel like you're top. Which team?
We
did
could
you-
compete, but I think.
Who would you prefer to take in that between one of those two teams?
The Clippers, because we beat them twice already. And if Paul George is not playing or not 100%.
Chromatic
But
says
the Suns,
Kings can
I
beat
think-
anybody.
Huh?
He says Kings can beat anybody.
Thank you, sir. Right, and we have in the regular season. Part of me thinks the Suns are final are legit. Like, I think the Suns are like as constructed can do it. But of course, I don't pick against my team. But it's just like I was not going. Oh yeah, the Kings are going to the finals. Like what? Like the Kings are going to the finals. Like what are you talking about? Like a lot of people didn't even pick the Kings in the playoffs, and they're in the 3rd seed, and they were up 2-0 against the Warriors. So yeah, I think the Kings get it done. I feel the Kings can win the series.
Big game tomorrow night.
Big game tomorrow. If we win the game, we'll win the series for sure. But if they win without Draymond, then we lose all the momentum we just got. So it's going to be a great series. So next week should be the conclusion of that series, and I'll be probably the happiest or the most upset.
Drunk says
You guys
Harrison
see me.
Barnes' revenge.
He played
not
his heart
getting
out. Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about
As a Sacramento
enough
King,
on
I had my moments with Harrison Barnes because the fact that he was a former Warrior on the Kings, but he proved he was a Sacramento King. He dunked on Klay Thompson. He played hard. He had a lot of big plays. He played his heart out. It was a revenge game. So shout out to Harrison Barnes, both games, and De'Aaron Fox contributes. Harrison Barnes being that leader. He's won a championship. He's been in a lot of big playoff series. He won in 2015. He's in 2016. They lost. Some people, he gets part of the blame for losing 2016, and then they replaced Harrison Barnes with Kevin Durant. And then he was on the Mavericks for some years, and the Kings traded with the Mavericks to get Harrison Barnes on the roster.
So y'all can't let them win without Draymond.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is the golden opportunity. This is the most important game of the season for sure, and in franchise history in quite some time. Quite some time. The defending champs, to be up on the defending champs 2-0. This is a reality. This is real life. Go Kings. Again, the city deserves it. And, again, but one game at a time. But again, it's the Warriors are going to bring the sauce for sure. They're going to bring the sauce. They got it at home. Their fans should come support. But again, the Kings fought hard all year long to get home court. So, by the way, there's more games in Sacramento than Golden State. The Kings don't have to win in Golden State. Golden State has to win in Sacramento.
Correct.
But Draymond Green is out Game 3. This is the golden opportunity for the Kings to win. The
Draymond
game.
Green be tripping, bro.
Correct. Especially if they lose the series, and so some blame. They lost the last game. That was a winnable game for them. They lose, right? And then Draymond gets ejected.
The first game was more winnable,
right? But with the second game and all that, so that's So go Kings. Like I said, next week I'll probably be most happiest or most upset everyone to see me in quite some time.
So
putting that out there now. My high isn't getting too high or too low right now, but after the conclusion of this series,
So, since we've talked NBA for a minute,
Correct.
I want to go touch on a little bit of NFL. We haven't. But I have a question for you.
Time check.
We had an hour.
Okay, so yeah, that wraps up basketball. We'll talk about basketball next week. Okay,
So-
switching gears to football. Yes, sir.
Headline for you to talk about.
What's that?
The 40, and I heard about this the other day. The 49ers are receiving trade calls for former first round quarterback Trey Lance.
Of course we are. That's not going away. Of course we are.
I mean, how do you feel? Do they trade him? Do they?
It all depends on the offer. I think Trey Lance wasn't fully he had the opportunity. Started last season as QB1. You trade up to get him. We could have got him or the same caliber quarterback without trading up. So that's kind of like a red flag, red check mark on the whole situation. You play him 1-2 games, he gets hurt. Jimmy G plays a lot of games last year. He gets hurt, he's rehabbing his stuff, and Brock Purdy comes out of nowhere and plays. So Brock Purdy is the guy because he's won more games, he's suited up more times, and he's won more important games at that. You know, like to go on the winning streak at the end of the season. So Brock Purdy, if healthy, if active, he's QB1. So yeah, you listen to the calls, but when is Brock Purdy ready? He might be out for some games. So that's that. So now we're at this quarterback carousel all over again. You listen to what's out there for sure. If you could get a first round back, you know, again, is he the final piece of the puzzle to win the Super Bowl? That's still possible.
Why?
Trey Lance can still be the man.
Well, here's the thing. I think y'all should keep him because I can't see nobody giving y'all
correct. You entertain it.
No, I don't see anybody giving y'all a first round pick for Trey Lance.
The Titans was talking about it. That was
giving a first round pick. Drunk says the most I'll give y'all is a third and a fifth for Trey Lance.
Then we're not doing it. Stop. Good night. That ain't happening. No.
But here's my thing.
Third round pick. No.
Here's my thing.
They can get a first round pick. They can get a first round pick for Trey Lance.
We don't even know what Trey Lance is.
Exactly.
Why would I give you a first round draft pick for somebody
the college highlights?
That was like 3 years ago.
He's been working out with Patrick Mahomes.
He looked like Patrick Mahomes.
He looked like Patrick Mahomes in college. So again, he's still 22. Again, him and Brock Purdy are 6 months apart. They're both 21, 22 years. No, the one was born in 99. The other one was born in 2000.
I want to touch on this comment. I was thinking about this the other day. The Titans already done with Malik Willis, and it's disgusting. I seen this because they're talking about the Titans are either going to trade for a quarterback or pick a quarterback in the draft.
That's what I'm saying. These are one of the main teams that was interested in Trey Lance. But moving on to the Titans.
But they just drafted a quarterback last year.
I don't know what they're doing, but again, so Tannehill's on his way out. Is Henry's on the block, right? So they're
blowing it up.
They're blowing it up, right? So and you got that guy, but you still obviously they're not sold on him.
Drunk says you're not getting a first for Trey Lance just off leverage alone.
So we don't have to trade him. We
Here's
need
the only
quarterbacks. We need
y'all already have made your first round pick.
We gave up so much to get him, so you might as well just ride it out.
So Christian McCaffrey was your first round pick.
Great. So again, we still have one of the deepest rosters in the NFL. George Kittle, right there. George Kittle.
So don't trade anything. I mean, Trey Lance or trade.
Would you? I don't because especially Brock Purdy's, I wouldn't. Brock Purdy's not 100%. Sam Darnold is a Band-Aid. He's not the next Joe Montana. Steve
I wouldn't
Young
trade him because you don't even know what he is.
You don't even know what he is yet, exactly. And you gave up so much to get him. So it's just basically like, so if you let him go now, it's like, yeah, we messed that up. We messed that all up. When again, all them quarterbacks always talk about Justin Fields and Mac Jones and another pick in the first round. So you could have got one of those two guys and another high draft pick in that first round. Gave up that to get Trey Lance. He was behind Lawrence at 1, and then the Jets quarterback at 2. So
next thing I wanted to touch on. Jalen Hurts received a 5-year, $255 million deal with $110 million guaranteed at signing and $180 million guaranteed overall.
He statistically is top 5 quarterback in the NFL. He made it to the Super Bowl. He got the number 1 seed in the NFC. So that's a lot of accomplishments.
He's
in a
worth the
short
money.
time.
A lot of Eagles fans are right for giving him the money.
A lot of accomplishments in a short time. They got rid of Carson Wentz because of the Jalen Hurts, and then they have they are in the picture for quite some time as long as he's on the roster.
With that deal being done, you know where I'm about to go with this. Everybody is talking about how does this relate to Lamar Jackson.
The Ravens offered Lamar more than this current deal.
Yes, they offered him more than this current deal.
Beautiful.
I love Lamar Jackson. I want him to be our quarterback, but bro, take the damn money.
Yeah, for real.
At this point, I feel like he's like wasting millions. Like I get it, the whole Deshaun Watson thing, but Deshaun Watson wasn't worth that money.
It was an offensive move and a defensive move for the Browns to do that, to get Watson. We all know that. It was to F over the Ravens.
It was to F over the Ravens, but it's also because they freaking lost their quarterback in the first place, Baker Mayfield. So we just want to throw everything at the wall and hope something stick. Go viral, hottest videos online says, love from Atlanta. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to you.
Drunk says, it guarantees Lamar not getting $200 million guaranteed. That's really what Lamar want. He want $200 million guaranteed. I rock with Lamar heavy, but he a month away from pulling a Le'Veon Bell in his contract situation. That's what I'm getting afraid of, because I'm like,
sitting out.
Yeah, sitting out and putting himself in a position where he's gonna like literally go to another team and it not be the same situation. He's literally. I'm afraid that he's wasting millions. Everybody else who got drafted with him got their deals. At least the ones who deserved it. You know what I'm saying? They all got their deals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point, it's like I'm starting to look at everything and I'm like, the Ravens haven't offered him an unfair deal.
Did they hold it against him that he fell in the draft and they probably wasn't planning on drafting him, but they drafted him because they couldn't turn him down? Because he wasn't their guy before you see what I'm saying?
I don't think it's that. I just think it's simply that Lamar wants a fully guaranteed contract. It's like if, you're working at your job and it's a person who does way less work, way less than you on the job, and he's getting paid more. You're gonna be like, well, he's doing less.
Right.
How come he gets paid more than I do? You know what I'm saying? But not knowing, he was the only person available for them to hire at that time, and without him, nobody would have been able to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, Le'Veon ended up taking less money in the end with the Jets. Yes, this is true.
Dang.
So, and then here's another rock to throw in the water. Anthony Richardson is actually in Baltimore right now visiting with the Ravens.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's top prospect right there.
Yeah. Lamar overplaying his hand. Jalen Hurts.
Come on, like I said, like if I'm the Ravens, like part of me does do that. If I'm the Ravens, is to just kind of move on. And if you could trade Lamar for like top 5, top 10 pick, you don't do it. You just get younger.
The longer Lamar drag this out, the better Tyler Huntley looking to the Ravens.
Right. Correct. That's Pro Bowler right there.
Yeah.
That's how it is, Pro Bowler.
But yeah, I mean, maybe you trade Lamar and you get some picks in the draft and because we don't have any picks. We have about 4 or 5 picks, which is kind of light. But come on, Lamar. I think.
Shout out to Lamar.
Shout out to Lamar, but I think, bro. I think, bro, come on, fam.
Right.
Like,
get your money.
Get your don't
get your money. Quit. Stop playing with the money.
Don't do that.
I want to cash out.
Yeah, cash the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, don't let it ride. Cash it out. Cash it out.
We have any other NFL news?
Any other NFL news? The draft is coming up.
Oh yeah, the draft next week.
The draft is next week. I was talking about when is the NFL?
In Kansas City.
In Kansas City, we do this. The NFL draft is...
Man, we got to have a watch party or
That's
something.
what I'm saying. Yeah, next week. So today's Wednesday. So next week, Thursday through Saturday. So April 27th through the 29th. We'll figure it out. Yeah, so the draft is next week.
Predictions on the first pick.
Okay, who's got the number pick again? They traded the
Carolina.
Panthers. The Panthers get a quarterback, of course. That's why they made it. That's why they made the deal. This and that. You let go what they had before. Cam Newton still. According to Cam Newton is still top 32.
Cam Newton is still Cam Newtoning.
Yeah, for sure. But I'd love to see him get on a roster. And even like I said, if just quick analysis, quick prediction. Again, the Panthers drafted a quarterback. Why not bring Cam back as a backup? You know what I'm saying? Back of the franchise. He did it before. He scored 2 touchdowns in a game. You know what I'm saying? All the Baker Mayfield experiment didn't work. The Sam Darnold experiment kind of worked, not really. And then you had a young XFL guy, and obviously he's not the answer, because hence why they're talking about drafting a quarterback this year. Right. And then they have a lot of 49er draft picks for Christian McCaffrey. So the Panthers rebuild, and the NFC South is up for grabs with Tom Brady retiring. So the Buccaneers are retooling, rebuilding. You got the Saints. They signed Carr. And then and you also got the Falcons. I believe they're looking for a quarterback as well. So the NFC South is up for grabs. So the Panthers, again, I think it's the Panthers. If they draft right, they could really turn it around.
Shout out to Drunk. We might do the draft for the live stream.
No, I've suggested it.
I just need a tall boy and some wings, and it's on.
No, we could do it. For sure. We could do it. Whatever. If we do it here, we want to go somewhere. Me and Matt will discuss, and we'll figure it out. Again, I've suggested this to Matt for the past few months now.
And it's next Thursday.
Live feed on the draft. I think we would.
Y'all rather have a Stroud or Bryce or Young? I'm taking Young. Still too early to kind of like. Actually, you know what? Me personally, considering all things considered as a Ravens fan, I'm actually taking Anthony Richardson if I'm a team. But obviously, the other quarterbacks are a little bit more of a sure bet. But I'd probably take Young if I was to pick any of the quarterbacks there. But I personally don't feel like this is a very strong quarterback class. My personal opinion. A lot of people are talking about Will Levis as well. It looks like Indy wants to draft him. But yeah. Thursday, the 27th, live stream draft.
We'll have our next episode Tuesday or Wednesday next week. We'll have a better idea, and then we will announce it for sure. The last time we had a special episode like that was our fantasy draft.
Live stream might be kind of lit though. So
no doubt. That's why we've been said it. Right? Right. When then again, a lot of people will be watching the draft and tune in. Normal Guys Talk Sports at the same time. We'll get a lot of discussion going for sure.
Drunk is being very sarcastic here. He said, all y'all going to do is not pay Anthony Richardson in 4 years.
That's funny. That is funny. We might have to send you the live link, man, during the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Drunk.
Yeah, you might.
So, Drunk, if you're watching the draft, tune in. We might have to send you the link, man. We need to get you a video feed.
But, yeah, man. We want to touch on XFL.
XFL, yeah, of course. Shout out to the XFL, The Rock, everybody over there.
Man, they need to bring some wrestling matches up in that dang on.
They got this
NBA looking more like XFL than XFL. Goddamn me.
Okay, so ESPN. Let's do this. ESPN. So it is again. We got 8 teams. We got 10 games in the season. XFL's already on the bottom. Right here. All right. All right. So today is April 19th, as you know. So last weekend we had all teams played. On Saturday, April 15th, we had the Vipers visit the Roughnecks. The Roughnecks with the win 28-21. We have the San Antonio Brahmas with the home win against the Guardians 25-23. Sunday, we have the Defenders. Believe that's Houston. They beat our hometown Arlington Renegades 28-26. And then the Battlehawks, that's St. Louis. They hosted the Sea Dragons. The Sea Dragons with the road win. Sea Dragons are Seattle. They won the game 30-12. So we're going to check the standings here. So we have division. So we have the North Division. We have DC 8-1. They clinched home field and the division. Second place we have St. Louis at 6-3. Next we have Seattle at 6-3, and then we have
Vegas
eliminated
Vipers
from playoff contention the Vegas team at 2-7. And in the South Division we have the Houston team. They clinched the home field and the playoffs 6-3, and we have Arlington Renegades at 4-5. We have San Antonio Brahmas at 3-6, and we have the Orlando team eliminated from playoff contention at 1-8. So again, shout out to Arlington Renegades. Hope to see the home team in the playoffs.
Drunk says my Battlehawks got they head beat last week, but we ready for the play.
Battlehawks. There you go.
Watched a little bit of Oh Lord, I watched a little bit of that USFL absolute garbage package.
USFL.
I was just about to say, ain't the USFL supposed to start up here?
It is start up. I think I'm. If I pick one of the two, I'm gonna go XFL. Yeah. Based on the more familiarity of the brand.
Ain't Johnny Manziel playing in the USFL?
More. There's some familiar names on XFL rosters.
Well, not XFL. Well, it's a bunch of NFL players playing in XFL, but I'm talking about USFL. Isn't Johnny Manziel playing in that league or something?
He was, I think. Correct. I think great question. I think he was. I don't know. Right now, I don't know.
Let me look that up. He was playing for. Oh no, he's playing in the fan control league.
That does sound familiar. It does sound familiar.
T.O. is playing in that joint.
Nice. T.O.'s the man. I met T.O.
Yeah, T.O. was playing in that
I got a
joint.
picture with T.O. Everything.
But yeah, shout outs, Ed. I think
Shout outs. We're wrapping up.
Yeah, we wrapping up.
Here we go. Shout out to Never Satisfied Studios. First and foremost, it's been home base for me and Matt quite some time now. Shout out to everybody at the studio. Shout out to Double R, of course, CEO. Shout out to Ian Brown. He paved the way, did a lot of things for us, of course. Shout out to Lardy Land, all the artists on the lineup, of course. Shout out
They
to
got Riff Raff on the bill.
Riff Raff. Come on, it's big time. This is going to be one of the biggest things in Dallas all year, legit.
The Row music.
Come on now, Chromatic. So a big show. Hope to see everybody there, of course. Shout out to all the other podcasts. Shout out to our guest, 23 Cups, with
2-3
with Smoke Detector, and he'll be there. You go, big part of the show. Big part of the studios. 23. We have all the other podcasts. Shit IDK, Time Out.
Shit IDK coming on 7:00
tonight. Tune in. Yeah. Shout out to the whole crew there. Jaden, Right, everybody. So shout out to them. Of course, shout out to like I said, Timeout, DJ Kev, The Wall with Ghost, Nate Passion. Shout out to Calio's Tacos. Calio's Tacos right here. Best taco truck in DFW. Big homie, Uncle Cali, always holding us down for sure. Shout out to Bistro 808, the restaurant. International cuisine, always got some fun stuff going on there. Shout out to Everything Is Both, the movie premiere in Dallas and Oklahoma City, coming soon. More on that in upcoming episodes. Shout out to Dynasty, the movie, coming soon, starring Linus and Lil Flip. More on that.
Game over.
More on that in upcoming episodes. Exciting times. 2 movie premieres we are looking forward to here. What else? Shout out to the clothing brand Never Satisfied. Clothing. Need to get some more gear. Need to start wearing more gear on the epizodes again.
Yeah.
shout out to Queen Conception. Getting my sweater from 2nd grade. You know, I had to bring. Yeah. Cabal.
Did she?
Cabal. No, she brought it one time.
Oh, for sure.
She brought it. She had it somewhere. You know, got
This good. This in good condition.
Come on,
from
man.
2nd grade.
From 2nd grade. That's how long I've been thugging, man. This is a child's medium right here. This is my sweater from 2nd grade, legit. And then and I got a shirt from home too. Got the home team on there. Yeah, go Kings. Shout out to Sacramento. And then I think and then shout out to Matt, of course.
Shout out to Ed.
No doubt. I think I covered a lot. I think I covered it. I hate when I forget stuff, but I think
Like the stream.
like it, share, like. Somebody help me market this show. Somebody
Like the stream.
like, share,
Follow the Instagram.
algorithm, all that stuff. If you can help with the show, reach out to us.
Nah, like the
Marketing.
stream.
We need marketing.
Definitely need marketing.
I think we got a lot of things covered here, but marketing is an improvement we could do.
Yeah.
Because I do a lot of it, and it's a lot of man hours, so we need some help. We appreciate all the help from all our supporters out there. Shout out to you for tuning in. Everyone has tuned in to us. This is episode 37, April 19th. It is approximately 3:22 Central Standard Time. I think I said everything I need to say.
I'm about to close this out.
Close it out. So again, shout out to everyone. Take it away, sir.
Wear condoms. Watch the NBA playoffs. And that's about it. We out.
All right. Y'all have a good week. See y'all next time.